For much of our lives, society leads us to believe that success is measured by a high salary, a prestigious job, and a comfortable lifestyle. From childhood, we are conditioned to follow a formula that promises security and happiness. Study hard, graduate from a good university, get a well-paying job, climb the corporate ladder, and enjoy the fruits of that success in the form of material comfort. This narrative is so deeply embedded in our culture that very few stop to question whether it truly leads to a fulfilling and meaningful life. What most people don't realize is that earning a high salary does not automatically translate into freedom or happiness. In fact, it often comes with invisible costs that silently erode your well-being, your time, your relationships, and even your health. While the paycheck grows, so does the expectation to give more of yourself to the job. Longer hours, constant availability, unrelenting pressure, and an endless stream of deadlines, meetings, and targets. The sense of accomplishment that once came with a promotion or a raise often gives way to anxiety, burnout, and the unsettling feeling that life is slipping through your fingers. The reality is that the more you earn, the more your lifestyle tends to inflate. Bigger houses, newer cars, expensive vacations, luxury items, and private schools become normalized. With each financial commitment, the dependency on the job grows stronger. Suddenly, the idea of walking away becomes unthinkable because there is too much at stake. Not just financially, but socially and psychologically. The comfort of a high salary transforms into a golden cage. The benefits, bonuses, and stability feel like safety, but they are actually chains disguised as privilege. Fear becomes the driving force. Fear of losing status, fear of downgrading your lifestyle, fear of disappointing family and friends, and, perhaps most paralyzed, many continue to work, not out of passion, curiosity, or purpose, but because the alternative feels terrifying. They look successful on the outside, but feel trapped on the inside. It's crucial to understand that money, while undeniably important, is not the same as wealth. True wealth goes far beyond numbers in a bank account. It's about control over your time, the ability to choose how you live each day, to spend time with the people who matter, to take care of your mental and physical health, and to pursue activities that bring you joy, growth, and meaning. A life where your time is entirely dictated by others, no matter how large the paycheck, is not a wealthy life. It's merely an existence rented out to the highest bidder. Behind the relentless pursuit of a high salary often hides the pursuit of status. Whether consciously or unconsciously, many people crave validation from society, from their parents, from friends, and from colleagues. They seek the admiration that comes from working at a prestigious company, having a senior title, driving the right car, living in the right neighborhood, or dining at the right places. Society reinforces this by subtly rewarding these symbols with respect and admiration. But status is a trap. It convinces people to live lives that are not truly theirs, lives designed to impress others rather than to satisfy their own inner values and desires. The irony is that while status offers short-term boosts of self-esteem, it comes at the cost of long-term freedom. When your identity becomes entangled with your job title, your company name, or the lifestyle you present to the world, any threat to those things feels like a threat to your very existence. You'll become afraid to change, to pivot, or to downsize, even if doing so would lead to a happier and more fulfilling life. What truly matters is financial independence, not in the sense of never working again, but in the sense of having choices. Financial independence means no longer being a hostage to a single paycheck, a single employer, or even a single industry. It means working because you want to, not because you have to. It means choosing projects that excite you, collaborating with people you respect, and deciding when, where, and how you work. Achieving this level of freedom requires a fundamental shift in mindset. It means moving away from the endless chase for status and instead focusing on building a life that aligns with your values. It's about rejecting the script society wrote for you and authoring your own. While society may applaud titles, promotions, and visible signs of wealth, none of these guarantees internal fulfillment. The key that unlocks this freedom is financial education. Unfortunately, it's a skill that traditional schooling rarely teaches. We are taught to be good students and good employees, but never how to manage, grow, or multiply money. As a result, many fall into a vicious cycle. They start earning well, raise their standard of living, take on debts to sustain that lifestyle, and become financially enslaved to jobs they may no longer enjoy. The more they earn, the more they spend, believing that they deserve the rewards of their hard work, but the rewards become shackles. Breaking free from this cycle starts with a simple but powerful principle: spend less than you earn. While it sounds obvious, in practice, it's rare. Many people fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation, where every salary increase is matched or exceeded by increased spending. Instead of building wealth, they accumulate liabilities. The next step is to invest the difference. Letting money sit idle means letting it lose value to inflation. Money must work for you, not the other way around. This can be through investments in stocks, real estate funds, fixed income, digital products, or entrepreneurial ventures. The goal is to build assets that generate income without requiring your constant labor. Understanding the difference between active and passive income is crucial. A salary is active income. You only receive it as long as you work. Assets, on the other hand, continue generating income whether you're working, resting, or traveling. The greater your asset base, the less dependent you become on your job. Another powerful strategy is diversification. Relying on a single source of income is risky in today's unpredictable world. Building multiple streams, whether through investments, side businesses, freelance work, online courses, or consulting, creates resilience. It means that if one source dries up, others can sustain you. But if financial education is so powerful, why is it rarely taught? The uncomfortable truth is that the system was never designed to produce free individuals. It was designed to produce employees, consumers, and taxpayers. People who are financially literate are harder to control, less dependent on traditional job structures, and more capable of questioning the very system that keeps others trapped. Financial literacy is a form of empowerment. It turns the abstract concept of money into a tool that serves your goals, rather than one that dictates your life. It's not about greed or obsession with wealth for its own sake. It's about creating security, stability, and, most importantly, freedom. When you understand that a high salary without time, autonomy, and peace is not real wealth, everything changes. When you realize that status is merely a socially accepted form of imprisonment, you begin to break free from the illusions that hold you back. When you commit to learning how money works, how to manage it, invest it, and multiply it, you step onto the path of genuine freedom. This is the moment when the definition of success transforms. No longer is success about job titles, company names, or the size of your paycheck. Success becomes the ability to wake up each morning and choose how to spend your day. It's the freedom to be present with your family, to take care of your health, to pursue projects that light you up, and to live in alignment with your values rather than others' expectations. The true purpose of money is not to buy things, it is to buy back your time. It is to reclaim your life. It is to give you the option to live fully, intentionally, and authentically. And so, the most important questions anyone can ask themselves are simple yet profound. If money were not an issue, what would your ideal day look like? What would you spend your time doing if you didn't have to work just to cover the bills? Is the job you currently have moving you toward that life, or further away from it? Are you building assets in freedom, or just accumulating liabilities and obligations? Are you living a life that truly reflects your own values, or are you merely living to fulfill the expectations of others? These are not easy questions. They are often uncomfortable and confronting, but it is precisely through this discomfort that growth begins. The journey to a lighter, freer, and more meaningful life starts with the courage to ask, reflect, and change. And the sooner you begin, the sooner you reclaim the most valuable resource of all: your time, your freedom, and your life.